There's a piece of clothing hanging out of the sarcophagus. Looks like leather. I hope there's no one hanging on to it. That ought to do it. I'll use a piece of leather to seal the hole. Perfect. The bellows are usable again. The repaired bellows are as good as new. Hey Gulliver, time to take a deep breath.
Simply fantastic. I'll be able to run marathons with this lung. Thanks. Now I just need a heart.
Yeah. Hey Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
There's just nothing which might pass for a heart in all this desolation.
Then you'll have to keep looking. My body definitely needs a heart.
There.
Oh, darling.
Hello? Getting back to the basics of scientific fact? That wrinkly thing there is dead.
Don't talk about my sweetheart's heart like that. It will beat again when we power up my body. Well done. Come on, let's erect the antenna.
Just too bizarre. Hey Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
So in your opinion, what happens now?
Lightning will strike the antenna, and the electrical pulse will bring my body to life.
My little honey bun is a genius.
How could I have doubted it? Only it doesn't look stormy.
We can wait.
But Wilbur can't. Can't you just tell me where the sword is, please?
I'm sorry. The bolt of lightning was clearly a part of our deal. Once it strikes, I'll help you.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't be simpler. So, what's happening with the lightning?
Nothing at all, unfortunately. It doesn't look like thundery weather.
Then I have to help it along somehow. I've got to get going. Breathe, feel my heartbeat, that sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
So, a pile of junk with a patched-up bellows and a dead, shriveled-up heart is supposed to be brought to life with a bolt of lightning. Sounds really thought through. A single feather from the shaman's headdress. I'd say that the feather comes from a bird. Then we should send the jilted maiden a nice love letter. Right, let's do it. Hey, baby. It is I, your Maxi Poo. I'm sorry I disappeared so suddenly. The problem was... the Russians. I wanted to give you a wedding fit for a queen. But then... fate kicked in a brutal fashion, on the quest for a silver flower pearl for your wedding ring. I found myself in the Southern Ocean off the coast of Switzerland. When a storm arose, my vessel foundered, and I awoke 3 days later. Deep under the ocean, as a living, watery corpse. I've overcome many dangers and experienced some great adventures, driven by my insatiable longing for you. But I cannot come to you because a malign curse binds me to these waters. I'm writing this letter in all urgency. Make haste to me, my love, wherever you may be. I'm waiting for you in the south, deep in the south, exactly here. What a masterpiece. There's something missing. Don't hesitate to help others before your departure. Kissy, kissy, your Maximilian. Perfect. Good. Now the letter's got a decent blob of wax on it. Let's see just how good the stonemason's work was. Looks pretty good. I'm guessing that looking through a blur of tears, you wouldn't notice anything odd. A fantastically stylish sealed love letter. You're not going to believe this. Look what I found outside. It's what you've been waiting for all this time. A letter from Maximilian.
Really?
Oh, yes. There's even a seal. Maybe you recognize it.
That's his. That's his seal. The illegible handwriting, all the spelling mistakes. This letter really is from him.
What's he say then?
There was a storm and he wanted to come back to me, but he can't.
You see, that explains everything.
I have to go to him. Oh, deep joy.
What about the shield?
Oh, yes. The fat ogres carried it away. They live in a cave nearby.
Thanks, and good luck with the search. But always remember, the journey is the destination. I've got everything I wanted to know. The shield is in the ogre's cave. Her joy isn't going to last too long. But what's going to happen? Is she going to kill herself or cry all day long?
Excuse me, young sir? May I ask what it is you're hoping to find in our cave?
Oh, sorry. I was looking for a public toilet, and it smelled a bit like one here.
How unpleasant. Talk to Blount about that. He's responsible for personal hygiene this week.
Hungry! Food! No!
And unfortunately, that's all you think about. Sir, I must ask you to leave our modest dwelling.
Okay, I'll look for somewhere outside.
I'm very much obliged. Many bushes and trees out there would consider themselves most happy to offer their shelter for the call that nature is making to you. Good luck in your search.
The two-headed ogre is fat, like an ogre. And he's got 2 heads. Some stone flagons. Whoa, quadruple X. That's really strong. There was some high-percentage stuff in there, but the flagons are all empty. I need to find alcohol somewhere else. Strange plate. That's no plate. That's a shield. Probably the shield I'm looking for. The shield's covered in all kinds of unappetizing ogre food. The ogres don't seem to know that they've been abusing such a valuable object. I've somehow got to divert the ogres and get rid of the food. The shield's covered in all kinds of unappetizing ogre food. The ogres don't seem to know that they've been abusing such a valuable object. Hi there, you two.
There's little human. Blount hungry.
Are you a human eater?
Hungry!
Why, no. You will have to forgive Blount. He's very emotional when he hasn't had anything to eat for half an hour.
Who are you?
Blount!
Blount, really? My name is Zloth, from the Lightning Fist tribe. That's my good-for-nothing half-brother, Blount.
You're half-brothers? Isn't that a little impossible?
Not at all. The biology of two-headed ogres is very complex. As you may know, it can...
Boring!
Oh, really? That's just...
It's okay. I don't really need to know all the details. You're a battle mage then, are you?
No. Hitman. I hit people to death.
I think he meant me, Blount. It's true. I am a battle mage. My modesty prevents me from pointing out that I am one of the best. Of course, I'd be even better if I could study more. But Oh well.
That's a very interesting plate there.
Dreadful, isn't it? All that fatty food. But Blout loves that rubbish.
Blout, hungry.
I've told you 1,000 times. You only get to eat once I've finished reading this book.
Hungry, now.
If I let you eat now, then you'll put your greasy fingerprints all over the pages again. I get to choose what we do this afternoon. Blout was allowed to decide this morning. First he wanted to lie in, but then suddenly he didn't have enough time to eat. Tough luck.
I am hungry.
But I am not.
I need to get going. See you two later.
Goodbye. Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your rummaging around in our private things. Please, take your leave of our cave.
Oh, I thought I was in another cave.
Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your rummaging around in our private things. Please, take your leave of our cave.
Oh, I thought I was in another cave.
Apologies once again, young sir.
Oh, I thought I was in another cave. Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right. You and your half-brother. Don't you guys get along too well?
Sloth is stupid.
Uh-huh.
Always reading. Never fun. Never break things.
He's more the intellectual type.
Sloth, not real man. Sloth never had girlfriend.
I heard that.
You must be very hungry, Blout. That's a very, very big plate you've got there.
Blout, big, hungry.
Why don't you ask Zloff nicely once more if you can eat what's on his plate?
Sloth not let me. And Sloth make say lightning.
You mean he can defend himself? As long as he's reading that book, you can't use your hands?
Uh-huh.
Well, you are one smart guy, Blout.
Blout?
Can't you get Zloff to stop reading?
Sloth always reading till book finished.
And there's nothing that stops him reading?
Sloth like drink cocktails. Ogre cocktails.
Okay. And then what?
He drunk very quick.
You mean he can't hold his liquor, and he gets too drunk to keep reading? Interesting. Do you get drunk fast too, Blout, like Zloff does?
No. Blout drink much more than sloth. Blout, real mean ogre.
But you share the same body.
Yeah? So?
Oh, nothing. I could make you an ogre cocktail. How would you like that?
Blout like beer.
Yeah, I know, but the cocktail's mainly for Zloff.
Why?
So he gets drunk.
And then?
Then you can chow down on that snack there.
Ooh, okay.
Right. What makes a good ogre cocktail?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, okay. And what else?
An umbrella.
An ogre cocktail is made of nothing but alcohol?
And umbrella.
And what kind of alcohol? Wine? Vodka?
Whatever. Must blow your head off.
So, high-octane alcohol in a glass with an umbrella. Classy.
Little human can look in cave.
Do you have the ingredients?
Uh-huh.
I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry!
Young sir, those are our private belongings. All of the appliances are registered. Please leave our cave.
Blout gave me permission.
Little human make cocktail for sloth.
Really? What a delightful surprise. I thank you most cordially.
No problem, Fatso.
He meant you.
That seems to be some kind of storage cupboard. A small, colorful cocktail umbrella. Who'd have thought that there'd be a market for these here in the wildlands? I would have expected a larger cocktail glass. This one's more human-sized. Is that going to be enough to get Zloff drunk? A tied-up linen sack. The contents probably need to be protected from birds and rats. The sack is full to the brim with apples. They're all damp and rotten. They smell like they're fermenting. A piece of hose, over 1 meter long and anything but clean. I don't even want to think about what the ogres might use it for. This club is almost 1.5 meters long and probably weighs 100 weight. I wouldn't like getting one of those on my head, or anywhere else for that matter. Greetings, Zloff.
Ah, welcome.
What are you reading there exactly?
Oh, it's a really fascinating book about the newest developments in chain lightning research. You know, a mage always has to keep up to date. Unfortunately, I don't have many opportunities to read in peace. Blout doesn't think much of education.
So that means when you do get time...
Then I use it, and read the whole book at once, if I can.
I get it. You two seem very different.
One doesn't have much choice. And it's far from uncommon for two-headed ogres to have very different interests.
Club to death!
I bet you guys argue a lot.
We have our rules. Blout specifies what we do in the morning, and I have the afternoons.
I need to get going. See you next time.
It was an absolute pleasure to have a conversation that wasn't about digestion and killing.
So let's do it. Tasty. Fermented apple juice. But I'd better not drink it. The container is almost full to the brim with freshly pressed apple juice, but the juice smells anything but fresh. It smells fermented. The alcohol isn't strong enough. The bottles in the cave had 4 X's. That makes 50% of the ingredients in the glass. Only the high-proof alcohol is missing. If I tipped the juice into the hot pot, then everything would turn to steam, and that would be the end of my juice. Sits nice and firm. Whatever's in the pot will evaporate, condense, and be drawn off in the hose. The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. Well, okay. Something's happening. And done. The bowl has filled up with an almost clear liquid. The alcohol's not strong enough yet for an ogre cocktail, but I can distill it again. The liquid's nearly clear now. It'll be about the same strength as beer, so not really all that strong. And again. That looks a lot better already. The stuff's got a bit more of a kick now. Something like apple schnapps. But that's still not ogre strength. That ought to do. That's the stuff. Original ogre strength, I'd say. Can't get any more out of it. Anything stronger than that and you're into dwarven ale territory. Better not. It won't make any more. High-proof alcohol and a cocktail umbrella. Voila! One ogre cocktail. I've got a cocktail for you, Zloff.
Oh, thank you. Very nice. Wait a minute. You're trying to trick me, aren't you? You want to get me drunk so I can't read anymore.
Us? Never.
But you won't get me like that. I'll just take tiny sips. Then I won't get drunk and can continue reading. Ah! I'm blind!
Then you finish reading.
No,
Impressive. Gross, but impressive.
Brout still hungry.
What?
Hungry! Brout must hunt.
Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right. Do you think you can lend me your plate? You don't really need it right now. Why not?
Eat again soon. Brout, great hunter.
At the very most, you're a fat hunter. You couldn't tell the difference between a partridge and a wild boar.
And how do you get on with hunting? Have you ever caught anything?
Not yet, but soon.
What do you hunt then?
Everything.
Uh-huh. I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry!
Okay then, let's try it.
There! Colourful fluffy bunny!
Do stop it, Blout. Something's wrong here.
Just got to break cell. Little humans see colourful fluffy bunny, right?
Nope.
I told you, there isn't such a thing.
You get none when it caught.
I'd better leave him in peace. He might not be too happy with me about the cocktail episode. Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right. And, have you ever caught an animal?
Almost. There was colourful fluffy bunny.
Nonsense. There's no such thing, Blout.
There is. Me has seen it.
I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry.
Okay then, let's try it.
Do stop it, Blout. Something's wrong here.
Just got to break. Little humans see colourful fluffy bunny, right?
Nope.
I told you, there isn't such a thing.
You get none when it caught.
A fair drop. The edges look solid. A fair drop. Good. I'll lay the boards over the opening of the crevice. The rotten boards won't support much weight. One step on them and they'll give way. The boards are so rotten they'd give way if anyone stepped on them. But who'd be stupid enough to do that? Okay then, let's try it.
There! Colourful fluffy bunny!
Do stop it, Blout. Something's wrong here.
Just got to break cell. Ah!
A fluffy bunny, I presume? How can anyone be so stupid?
Hungry!
Go into the corner and be ashamed of yourself. I'll come up with something.
The way's clear.
Thank you very much for getting me out of there. It's no fun swimming around in hot gravy all day. Then again, it's also no fun being constantly hit by swords and axes. I hope you're not a warrior.
Me? Nah, I just want to look like one.
If you only want to look like one, then that's fine. Just don't fight. The pen is mightier than the sword and hurts less.
The pair are trapped down in the crevice. I'll leave what's left of the apples in the press. I've got what I want.
Hey, runt!
Are you talking to the great warrior?
No, to you!
Have a look at this shield. Isn't it great?
It's really shiny. Have you greased it up?
You could say that. And in combat, it's going to defend me from every attack. Whether a sword, or a spear, fire, or...
Excuse me. No fire. And spears are also very unpleasant. I'd prefer it if,
Shh! Just go along with it. Whether fire, poison, or axes...
Oh...
My powerful shield and I will stand fast.
We'll see, human.
I've already got one part of the set. Will you let me into your camp now?
That's a good shield. I can see that from here. But the shield alone is not enough. Someone like you needs more parts of the set.
I've already got one part of the set. Will you let me into your camp now?
That's a good shield. I can see that from here. But the shield alone is not enough. Someone like you needs more parts of the set.
I'll be back.
And I'll wait.
There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. Fair enough. I'll tip the powder just at the edge of the sea of tears. Then stir it round a bit, and pretty soon we have a useful red paint. That wouldn't get me all that far. Ghost mushrooms are purple and have green spots. Red and blue make purple. I've painted the mushrooms completely in purple. They're not going to pass as ghost mushrooms, though. The green spots are missing, and the disgusting smell, too. Hunky-dory, and that gives me wonderful purple mushrooms with green spots. Look, ghost mushrooms.
That is strange. They look like ghost mushrooms, but they do not smell like them. No, those are definitely not ghost mushrooms. Ghost mushrooms stink of death and decay.
The mushrooms may look like ghost mushrooms, but they still smell like pretty ordinary mushrooms. To pass as ghost mushrooms, they have to smell all moldy and rotten.